Hi, this is Austin at DB Services, and today I am going to show the Perform SQL Query by Natural Language Script step that was introduced in FileMaker 2025. So high level, what this script step does is it will take in whatever prompt you give it, and it will convert it into a SQL statement that it will then execute on your FileMaker file to retrieve whatever data you are asking for, and it will show it to you in a nice, neatly formatted, human readable way. Before we get started with all that, there are a couple things that you need to have in place before you can start using those script steps. The first being you need to make an account with an AI provider if you have not already. Uh, for this demo file and video, we are using OpenAI. The script steps that we are using in this video are compatible with OpenAI, Anthropic, and Cohere, but there is also an option for custom in case you are using anything else. So once you have your account made, you're going to need two pieces of information from it. You're going to need your account name and your access token. All these script steps are going to require those things in order to gain access to your AI account and start making calls. So once you have all of these pieces in place, you are all good to start implementing this into your FileMaker solution. So here we have our products table with a bunch of dummy data that's just food, different types of food, their name, the description of it, and how much it costs. And then up here we have 4 buttons that are corresponding to different settings, each for Perform SQL Query by Natural Language. I will go ahead and start with Query. So what Query does is it will generate a SQL query out of whatever prompt you enter in here, and it will perform that SQL query on your FileMaker database and return those results to you in a nice, neatly formatted, human readable form. So, for example here, if I say, show me all products over $10, I can click this query button here. So right now what it's doing, converting it over to a SQL query, it's then running that SQL query, and it's going to take that found set that we're getting out of there, and it's going to show it to us in a nice, neatly formatted way. So here it is. It's a super nice numbered list here with the name and the cost, as well as the description for each one. Next, we have query for data only. This is pretty much the exact same, with the only difference being it's not doing that nice, neat formatting at the end for you. Instead, it just leaves it as comma separated values. So if I leave the same prompt and I click query for data only, I'm still going to get those same results, but this time they're all just mashed together in here, separated by commas. Next, we have query for data only. So if I click this, it's just going to show the data, just the name of it and its cost. Once again, separated by commas. Um, Next, there's get SQL. So what this does is all it's doing is showing you the SQL query that it would use to find whatever it is that you need. So if I were to leave this prompt here and click get SQL, it's going to convert this prompt text here into a SQL statement that would get me all the products that cost $10 or more. So if I click this, it's generating the statement right now. It's going to show it to us in a new window. There it is. Select the ID, the name, the cost, and the description from the product table where the cost is over 10. So it's not actually executing this, it's just generating the statement and showing what it would do if it were to actually run that. And then last we have get DDL here. This actually does not depend on your prompt at all. Uh, it just generates a DDL for whatever table that you specify for it when you run the script step, which I will show in just a moment when we open up the script workspace. So look at things behind the hood. So you click Get DDL, and it's going to show you all of this information here about whatever tables you have checked. So for this demo file, we just have the product table checked, and it'll just show you all the different fields for that table and their data types, any comments about them, things like that. Um, I will go ahead now and show the script itself that is running all these buttons here. So as you can see here up towards the top, before we get going with running the script step, we need to configure our AI account, which we have in a small subscript here. So all this is just one script step that essentially links the FileMaker file to your AI account. So all it needs in order to do that is your account name and your access key that you got at the beginning and whatever model provider it is that you're using. So for us, OpenAI. As long as the script step runs successfully, then you are all good to go and you can move on. So next up, you're going to need to make your prompts template. So basically what this is a more detailed prompt that is going to get passed in to the AI so it basically knows its rules of how it should respond. So it needs a couple things. First, it needs an arbitrary name. You can make this whatever you want. It's just to differentiate templates from each other in case you have multiple. Um, Next, you need to pass in your model provider, which for us is OpenAI, but like I said at the beginning, there's also options for Anthropic, Cohere, or custom if you're using something else. Next, you need to select your template type. So for the purposes of this video, we only need SQL Query. There are other script steps that may use these other two, but we just need SQL Query. But when you select a template type, it has the full prompt down here. When you select one, it will update it automatically to fit whatever it is that you are wanting to do. So if I do find request, for example, it's going to update it to a completely different message here, more specific to getting finds, which obviously we do not need for this script step. But if I change it back, there it goes. It'll auto-generate the one for SQL queries again. These auto-generated templates already work very well, but there is the ability to update it and fine-tune it to your needs if necessary. Um, After that, you are all set to actually use the Perform SQL Query by Natural Language step. So like I said before, there are a few different options here. The first being query. What you need for this one is the account name, the specific model of AI that you're using. So like I said, we use OpenAI here for this file. And more specifically, we're using the GPT-4o model. So you pass in your specific model, the prompt from the user, which we are storing here, and then the different actions here correspond to all of the different buttons. Um, I know we do not have a button for get first SQL only. We only had one for get SQL, but they are the same thing. It's just that the only difference is that if there are multiple SQL statements being generated here with this one would only return the first one instead of all of them. So this one, for example, is query. You pass in whatever tables it is you want it to use. So for us, all of our stuff is concerned with the product table. We don't need anything from preferences, so we can leave that unchecked. You pass in the name of the prompts template that you are using. So that is where that configure prompts template comes in. Whatever name you put up here is what you pass in here. So we called it test, so we put test here. And then response target is where the AI's response is going to be stored. So we will store it in this field here. Um, the same basic setup goes for all these other settings. All of them need that account name, your model, the prompt from the user, the tables that it has access to, the prompt template, where the response is being saved. Uh, the setup is the exact same for all of these. The only thing that needs to change is what you want it to do. So like this one's query for data only, this one's for getting the SQL statements, this one's for retrieving the DDL. All of it is the exact same. Um, and that covers all of the pieces for this script step. If you would like help integrating this or anything else into your FileMaker solution, feel free to contact us here at DB Services, and we would be happy to help. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.